Hey guys, Cell here and welcome back to some more Nikke. Now, we have a free 10 shot. I'm not doing it. After going 7 to 8 10 shots without actually getting another SSR, I'm not. Yes, I could possibly get one right now and it literally could be an A2. Hell, it could be a double and I could get her MLB 3 and then I could call it a day. Technically 2 weeks for when the event ends. I could have her, lobby screen from her burst. I mean, it looks interesting. It's not the greatest. But yeah, either way, let's just recruit, shall we? The one-time single recruit from the friendship point summon. If I get an SSR right here, I'll do a 10 shot. Nope. Oh, thank God. Whew. Things almost went badly. It actually went purple. I thought it was gonna go gold. Okay. Time to go do A2's bond story, and hopefully she's actually bonding with us instead of, someone. Okay, now it's time to go do A2's bond story, and hopefully she's bonding with us instead of like a certain someone called 2B who only hung out with Roppy instead of us. I'll bring that up until the end of time, or until, the event's pretty much over. Then I'll have more things to worry about in terms of, am I gonna have enough gems for the anniversary? Let alone if someone else comes out that I really want before the anniversary. But arguably, as long as it's not a pilgrim, I don't really need anyone else. Again, I really don't. My main team is pretty much set in stone. I'm only messing around with my team comps to try to get a second team going, because my second and third teams still suck when it comes to union battles and solo raids. Like, it's just ridiculous. I am also very bad at getting my PvP team going. I really need to do that as well. A2 and P12 are exploring the factory in search of the teleporter. Over here. This place is bigger than I thought it'd be. For sure. There's all sorts of amazing stuff in here. Maybe because it used to be a factory. Everywhere you turn, there are cool bits and bobs lying around. For example, something like that. A2 points at a tiny object on the ground. Huh? What's that? It's a little far away, I can't see it clearly. Oh my gosh. It's a little bird. It's so tiny. Looks like it's still a baby bird. Definitely. It's not moving too much, because it's all tuckered out. Poor little thing. Let's keep going. Okay. Obviously, she's not hanging out with us. She's hanging out with P12. Raptures don't usually attack animals. So long as they don't get caught up in the crossfire, they're free to live their lives. If we leave this bird here, it'll almost certainly starve to death. And isn't there something we can do to help it? It clearly doesn't have much time left. There's only so much we can do. Yeah, you're right. A2 looks at the dejected P12, who is clearly reluctant to leave the young bird behind. A2 lets out a soft sigh. Can we at least take it out of the factory? Surely that wouldn't be too much to ask. P12 gingerly moves to pick up the bird. I just want to help it as much as I can. Whatever. Yep, this is gonna go by way too quickly as well. What should I do? I made it sound like I knew what I was doing, but I'm totally clueless as to where to start. Right, water. This little guy must be parched. I would imagine. There should be some puddles inside. I'll go fetch some rainwater for it. You stay here and keep an eye on it for me. Before A2 can protest, P12 has already sprinted into the factory. Chip? Whenever the bird is fully exhausted, it stops calling. But it continues chirping non-stop. A2 gently lifts the little bird up. Its body is so tiny that she can fit it entirely in the palm of her hand. She watches the bird for a while, transfixed until a noise off in the distance makes her look up. P12. I got water. Just a sec. I don't want to spill it. Are you carrying it in your hands? Yeah. I couldn't find anything to hold it in. Any containers scattered around here are too dirty, so I ruled those out. Anyway, it ended up taking a little longer than I expected. How's our little friend doing? Just fine. Wow. It looks even smaller when you're holding it. So how do we get it to drink? I'll move my hand closer. It should drink on its own. A2 gingerly moves her hand close to P12's cupped hands. Chip? You can't reach it. Is it because you can't move its body? We'll have to help it out. You mean pour the water right down its throat? Will that really work? What if I spill all the water? You can always go back for more. I guess. I'll just be careful then. P12 moves her slightly shaking hands close to the bird's beak, and then tilts them at an angle bit by bit to make the water flow down. P12's dexterity leaves much to be desired, and more than half the water ends up seeping over the sides. She didn't roll high enough for dexterity, huh? I know that feeling a lot from Baldur's Gate 3. Nevertheless, the bird tries mightily to drink any water that it can reach. The sun is setting, darkness is about to envelop the factory. What was once a frail and emaciated call has now become slightly more sonorous. Hey! I actually heard it this time. That water seems to have reinvigorated it quite a bit. Don't you think it sounds more energetic than it did before? Yeah. That's great. Say, how about we give it a name? Is that really necessary? I didn't have a name before, but now that I do, I get what all the fuss is about. It's nice having a name that others can call you by. Since fate has brought us together with this little guy, the least we can do is give it a proper name. I'll leave that to you then. Oh, let's see. What should I call you? P12 holds the bird in her hands and regards it closely. Oh. How about AP? What do you think? I think it suits it perfectly and it's nice and catchy. Look, you literally took the A from A2's name and P from P12, aka your name. Oh boy. Why AP? An A from your name and a P from mine. I knew it. Not bad, huh? You said you'd leave it to me, remember? So AP it is. You like it too, don't you? Oh, it seems it does. Did you hear that? It responded to me, Name it whatever you want. Then it's settled. I'll call you AP from now on. Despite AP chirping with great fervor a few moments ago, it now seems to be exhausted once again. Oh no. What happened? AP looks totally pooped. Maybe because its body temperature is too low. This is bad. P12 curls her fingers around AP, who is resting in the palm of her hand. Come on. Don't give up, AP. The sun has gone down and biting winds now blow in through the broken windows of the factory. In the frigid air, P12 sits on the ground with her hands pressed tightly against her chest. Is AP gonna die? Desperately attempting to prevent the warmth from escaping between the gaps in her fingers. Oh, I mean, it's still alive.
Oh.
At some point in time, but neither of them remembers exactly when, the sun rose and is now shining brightly in the sky.
Oh, darn, sorry, I fell asleep.
That's alright. Open up your hands. You're gonna end up suffocating it.
What? Oh, geez.
B12 opens her hands carefully.
Ah.
While at first nearly beside herself with anxiety, B12 breathes a sigh of relief when she sees AP's clear eyes. AP's chirps are now more energetic than ever, and it's standing on its own on B12's palm.
Holy moly. It couldn't even stand up yesterday. Take a look at this, A2. AP is standing.
I can see that.
Wow. I never really understood what vitality really meant. But I think I do now. It's a warm and beautiful feeling.
A2 reaches out her hand and gently taps AP on the head. Now it's got blood flowing through its veins.
It can't fly right now, can it?
B12 moves her hands up and down slightly, causing AP to flap its wings nervously. Not yet, no. But it will very soon.
Yeah. I'm sure AP will be able to soar high into the sky.
A2 and B12 rise carefully to their feet. Their brief encounter with AP is coming to an end.
Go on, AP. This is where your life really begins. Come on, AP. All you need to do is fly outside.
B12 delicately places AP on the windowsill. AP tries to flap its wings several times, yet remains grounded.
Huh? Apparently it's not quite ready yet. What should we do? The factory is no place for any being to live in.
Why are you giving up so soon? AP is still trying.
What?
Look. AP continues to sway its body back and forth, and frantically flaps its wings.
AP, you.
In a flash. Oh god, that's bright. AP leaps into the air. Flapping its wings to and fro, it jumps out of the window. AP wobbles unsteadily in the air, then plummets straight towards the ground.
No.
B12 rushes towards the window and stretches out her hand to catch AP. But all she touches is its shadow as it rights itself and flies upward. AP continues to ascend higher and higher until it soon disappears into the vast open sky.
We did it. AP was nearly about to die on the floor of this factory, but we helped set it free. Thank you, A2.
I don't see what you're thanking me for.
If you hadn't set me straight, I would have been convinced that AP couldn't fly. So thank you.
Whatever.
Even if someone's fate seems to be written in stone, they can always set down a better path with the help of others. That's fantastic. I'm gonna help you next. Don't worry, I don't want to change your fate or anything like that. I just want to chat more with you as we make our way through this place. Can we do that? That'd be enough. Since that's all put us behind schedule, we should probably hit the road.
Fine.
Lead the way.
B12 can still feel AP's warmth on her hands. She stretches them out and joins A2 as they set forth towards their ultimate destination. 15 minutes, 40 seconds, huh? Technically, without me doing that one single summon in a minute, so technically it was 14 minutes. About there. And again, just like 2B, A2 did not hang out with her. She hung out with B12. So I'm assuming that obviously A2 runs into us in the event, right? Otherwise, why would she join us? So obviously we do run into her eventually, probably in part 2. Either way, I can't do the event until, well, I mean, I could. Because technically speaking, it's not voice acted, so I could do part 1 and part 2 of the event, literally. I just wouldn't be able to do part 2 until the hard mode unlocked for the epilogue. I mean, I could, but when exactly does hard mode unlock? I don't know. And every ounce of me wants to try to go and do that 110 shot. But I've already used up everything I had. I'm not doing it. Because for all I know, the moment I spend those free 10 that free 10 shot and I get no SSR, and if I do get an SSR and it's not A2, I would probably spend the 3,000. I know myself way too well in that regard. I know I would definitely probably do that. And then I would probably cry and not getting anything else. Either way, let's go see when hard mode unlocks. And again, I just love the fact that this loads up just like Nier Automata. It's so interesting. Obviously, since I'm not going to show anything of the event currently, I'm not going to show that. But either way, 6 days left. Like, part 2 came out, so essentially it was a week after part 2 comes out that we'd get the hard mode. But then I still need to do the missions, which I can then just buy. Oh, that's gonna suck. But yeah, I can just buy the runs and do it, and then I can get the epilogue. So in a week's time, I can do part 2 with the epilogue. So I might not do the first part of the event until the day before or right before hard mode comes out. So that way I can just do part 1 and part 2 together. So that way I don't leave myself on a cliffhanger. Because that'd suck. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching A2's Bond with, you know, P12 and the Bird AP. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one where I will not be summoning as much as I want to. You can see my mouse going to the recruit. I'm not. No, I need to end things here. So either way, till then, I will see you guys later. Where it'll be the event, and then towards the end, I'll then do one more final 10 shot. Depending on who we get to come out next. Again, I'm probably just going to be saving until the anniversary. Well, who knows? The next character that would come out. And it doesn't matter what comes out. You know what? Just to save my, you know, summoning. Just to make me, you know, less antsy about summoning. Let's do 4 of these and see what we get. We got a signal. Okay. Signal. So 4 out of the 4 SR molds we did, we got an SSR. So let's do 2 of these. Both of them were SSR, and we got Epinel and Aria. That was your name, right, Aria? Yeah. I don't use you or see you that often at all, so I don't really recall that much. But hey, all right. Tetra. Can we get an SSR from here? And if we can we get either another copy of Blonde or Rosanna so I can do her bond? Because if I get Rosanna to do her bond, that might be the next thing I do. And it's Micah. Why am I not surprised? At least it wasn't Belorta. I see way too much of her lately. Oh, hey, look! A pilgrim mold, which I'm not using until the next pilgrim gets added to it. Also, A2 is slowly climbing up the ladder. She will eventually catch up to our top tier waifus in this section. Eventually, she'll reach the upper echelons of our power. Hopefully. So yeah, either way, till then, I will see you guys later. And hopefully Alice will also get powerful. Do I have Tetra Boots? Oh, I do! Well, 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 well. Looks like a certain someone over here can actually build Alice. I just need to be able to get her stuff to overload. And then my Alice, along with the first skill, could probably hit like a truck. Unless she doesn't hit like a truck anymore. I don't really know. I don't hear people talk about Alice anymore as much. So either way, till then, I will see you guys later.